Good morning, students. This is 10th standard biology video class, video 2. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson genetics. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is gene, what is genetics, Mendel's life cycle, who was known as father of genetics. Then 7 contrasting characters of pea plant. Why Mendel has chosen the pea plant for his experiment. And we have seen monohybrid cross. Dear students, in this video also we are going to continue the topic, that is monohybrid cross. Dear students, monohybrid cross involving inheritance of only one pair of contrasting character, that is called a monohybrid cross. In this hybridization cross, he has taken single trait, that is character, crosses between tall plant and a dwarf plant. So for this he has selected parental generation with a pure breeding tall and a dwarf. When they crossed, the F1 generations are tall, but in the F2 generation, the F1 generations are selfed and they are producing both the parent, that is tall and a dwarf plant, in the ratio 3:1. 3 are tall plant and 1 is the dwarf plant. Out of these 3, the genotypic ratio is variability. The external appearance of the particular trait is known as phenotype, is the important 2-mark question. The another one, the genetical expression of the trait is known as phenotype, is another important 2-mark question. Phenotypic ratio only 3:1, that is external appearance, tall or dwarf, that is the phenotypic appearance. In genotypic appearance, the pairing of the genes is different. Capital TT is known as homozygous, tall. Another one, capital T with small t, is showing the 2 gene, isn't it? That is heterozygous, different gene. That is 2 is the hybrid one. Next one is the small tt, is the dwarf homozygous 1. So the genotypic ratio of monohybrid cross is 1:2:1. So the genetic expression of the organism is known as genotype, is the another important 2-mark question. Up to this only we have seen in the previous video class. Now we are going to see Mendel's experiment on monohybrid cross. See the topic, Mendel's interpretation on monohybrid cross. Based on the several observations, Mendel confirmed that some factors, he didn't give the name, he has named that factors which are transferred from one generation to another generation. Now these factor only known as genes. In the Mendel period, he has named as factor only, he didn't give the name genes. But in the modern genetics, the scientists, they are given the name as genes. These genes only which are determining the height of a plant, whether it is tallness or dwarfness. So these tall and dwarfness are determined by the pair of contrasting factors which is present in the gene. If they are exhibiting the dominant character, which are denoted with capital letter, capital T, tall for T, and the dwarf plant is the dwarfness, which are represented as small t or recessive character. These two factors are, there is dominant and recessive factors are occur in pairs, and also they are look like the parental pure breeding, that is capital TT, that is dominant tall plant, and small tt, that is the dwarf plant. So both of them are possessing or containing same pair of factor, that is known as homozygous. Capital TT same pair, small tt same pair. So these are known as homozygous tall and homozygous recessive, that is dwarf plant. But if they are unlike, that means one capital T with a small t, different pairs of alleles present in the pure breeding means, that is known as heterozygous, that is different. So these factors are making a pair of characters, that is also contrasting characters, is known as allele. It's an important 2-mark question. What is allele? Two factors making up into pair of contrasting character. They are occur in pairs, but they are exhibiting what character? Contrasting character. That is known as allele. Then the phenotypic expressions of alleles are known as allelomorph. What is the phenotypic expressions? External appearance. What is the external appearance? Tall plant or dwarf plant. So that phenotypic expression of an allele is known as allelomorph. This is the another important 1-mark and 2-mark question. At the same time, one member of the each pair is contributed by one of the parent. From the tall plant, they are sending capital T, one pair of one allele. In the dwarf plant, they are sending the recessive small t, that is the allele. So one pair, one member of the each pair is contributed by one parent. When the two factors are expressing the alternative character brought together by fertilization process. Dear students, the character which express itself, that means is expressing their own character, is known as dominant, that is tallness. The another one, the character which is masked, that means suppressed, is called a recessive condition, that is dwarfness. That is the second interpretation. Third one, the factors or genes are always pure when the gametes are formed. The unit factors, that is alleles, segregate so that the gamete gets one of the two alternative forms. So the gametes which are possessing two alternative forms, what is that? Capital T and small t, isn't it? This is the two different contrasting character which are expressing from the each parent. So these characters are expressed in the gametes or next generation with the two alternative factor. It means tallness, capital T, dwarfness, small t, are separated and they are expressed in the gametes either in the form of capital T or small t is present. So the F1 hybrids are capital T with small t are self-crossed. That means the capital T, small t is crossed with another capital T and small t. The two entities are separated and once again they are united independently. First they are segregated, isn't it? Capital T, small t from the parental one. If we are selfing those F1 hybrids, they are separated and again they are joined independently or unite independently, forming the tall and dwarf plant in the F2 generation. So that is the third interpretation of Mendel in monohybrid cross. So that is said to be monohybrid cross and the interpretations of Mendel on monohybrid cross. That means how the contrasting character which is present in the gene, which are expressing the character in the F1 generation. Both the characters are not expressed in the F1 generation. Only one of the character is expressed, that is tallness. There is a dominant character. If the F1 generations are selfing, these factors, two factors are segregated or separated. Again they are unite independently to form both the parents, that is tall plant and dwarf plant in the ratio 3:1 is the phenotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. That is the monohybrid cross of Mendel. Next we are going to see dihybrid cross. Here the inheritance of two genes. So this dihybrid cross which proves the Mendel's law is known as law of independent assortment. First one, monohybrid cross, which are proving law of segregation. That means a pair of alleles which is present in the gene, they are segregated, but one of them only expresses the character. Both the characters are expressed in the F2 generation, not in the F1 generation. So that monohybrid cross which proves the laws of segregation. But this dihybrid cross which are proving law of independent assortment. So dihybrid cross, what is dihybrid cross? The inheritance of two pairs of contrasting character. The monohybrid cross, inheritance of only one pair of contrasting character. Here two pairs of contrasting character at the same time is known as dihybrid cross, is the important 2-mark question. For this hybridization process, Mendel has chosen two characters of a pea plant. One is the shape of the seed, another one is the color of the seed. That is the two contrasting characters, shape and color of the seed. So first one, round yellow. The seed shape is round, the color is yellow, is the dominant seed. Another one, wrinkled, that means wavy nature, not in the round shape, wavy nature, with a green color is known as recessive parent. So these two parents are only crossed and we are getting the different gametes in F1 and F2 generation. So dear students, Mendel crossed pea plants of round yellow seeds with wrinkled green seeds. Different observations are observed by Mendel. See the paragraph. This is the observations of dihybrid cross by Mendel. In the first observation, Mendel has crossed with pure breeding round yellow seeds with pure breeding wrinkled green pea plants. In the F1 generation, no wrinkled green seeds are produced. So in the F1 generation, they are produced only the round yellow seeds only produced. The F1 round yellow seeds are self-crossing. That means they are crossed with another round yellow seeds. In the F2 generation, it produced different gametes. So from this F1 result, Mendel has concluded that the round shape and yellow color seeds are known as dominant trait, which dominant over the, which one is it's overing? It's dominating. That is wrinkled shape with green color seeds. That is the first observation. The second observation, the F1 generations are self-pollinated. What I told you, round yellow seeds are crossed with another round yellow seeds of F1 hybrid. They are producing different combinations of a shape and color of the seeds in the F2 generation or second generation. The different shape and colors of the F2 generation in dihybrid crosses are round yellow is the one of the parent, round green, see that one, this is the hybrid one, round green, wrinkled green only we have taken as a parent, isn't it? But due to this dihybridization process or a cross, we are getting the different shapes and colors. First one round yellow is the original one. Next round green, it is the hybrid. Then wrinkled yellow, that is also hybrid one. And wrinkled green is the normal recessive parent. So the phenotypic ratio of the seeds in the F2 generation is 9:3:3:1. This 9:3:3:1 is the dihybrid ratio, is the important 1 mark question. And also this dihybrid cross is very, very important 5 mark question. From the above result, Mendel has concluded that the factors are occurring, that means genes are occurring pairs only. First they are segregated, but they are independently segregated and they maintain their original identity in the gametes. So in this dihybrid cross, the factors are independently segregated and pass on to the next generation or offsprings through gametes. That is said to be the dihybrid crosses of Mendel. Dear students, the dihybrid crosses are given in the diagrammatic representation. This diagrammatic representation is also very, very important for 5 mark question. Along with this diagram only, you have to write the answer for this question. Describe Mendel's dihybrid cross. See that one, pure breeding round yellow seeds is crossed with pure breeding wrinkled green seeds. They are containing the genes. 2 genes is there. What is the 2 genes? Round and yellow genes. Here wrinkled and green genes. From this parent, we are getting the gametes, that is pair of capital R. It's taking only one capital R and Y, one Y. Here small r, small y. They are known as gametes. So these gametes are joined together and produce round yellow seeds in the F1 generation. So the capital R, small r, capital Y, small y is the genotypic ratio of F1 generation. So the dominant character only expressing the character in the F1 generation. So all the F1 generations are known as round yellow seeds. So these round yellow seeds of F1 hybrid is again self-pollination is taken place. That means we have to multiply both the gametes. So here 4 allele is there, here 4 is there. That should be crossed. We are getting the gametes of RY, RY, capital RY, small RY. So this is the one of the parent, this is the another parent, that is F1 hybrid. So both of them crossing there, we are getting 16 gametes. How many gametes? 16 gametes. Out of the 16 gametes, 9 are showing the round yellow and 3 are wrinkled yellow. Then another 3 are round green and 1 is the wrinkled green. So this is the ratio of dihybrid cross, that is 9:3:3:1. So this is the Mendel's dihybrid cross, which are inherited with 2 pairs of contrasting character, which exhibits different characters in the F2 generation, but F1 generation which are showing only the dominant character. That is the dihybrid cross of Mendel. Dear students, see the results of dihybrid cross. First result is 4 types of plant. That means the F2 offsprings which are producing 4 types in the ratio of 9:3:3:1. That is the 4 types. In the ratio 9 with 2 dominant traits, 3 with 1 dominant traits. That means 9 with 2 dominant traits, na? Capital R with capital Y. That is known as, what is that one? 2 dominant trait. Both of them dominant, isn't it? Red color, round yellow, dominant. So in the box, within the box, 1 capital R, 1 capital Y is present, means R. 2 dominant traits, capital RR, which is present in the box, that is known as 2 dominant traits. 3 with 1 dominant, that is 1 capital R, 1 capital Y. So this 3, 1 with the dominant trait, another one is the recessive trait. Then another 3 is with the dominant trait and another recessive trait is 1 with 2 recessive traits. So this is said to be the 4 types of plants which are produced in the F2 generation of dihybrid cross. New combination. So in this Mendel's dihybrid cross, newly formed combination is also produced. What is that one? Round green. That is the newly formed combination. And also wrinkled yellow. That is also newly formed combination which is appeared in the F2 generation of dihybrid cross. So these two are the results of dihybrid crosses. Dear students, see the checkerboard. This figure is known as checkerboard. 2 dominant traits are present in 9. 9 with the 2 dominant traits, isn't it? See that one, that yellow round which are having the capital RR and capital Y. See that one. All these 9 traits are having 2 dominant traits or character. That's why I told you capital R with capital Y. See the first 4 columns. All the gametes which are having capital R with a capital Y. Then 5th one also capital R, capital Y. 7th one capital R and capital Y. 8th and 9th are showing the, what is that one? Capital R and capital Y. Okay. Then the next three which are showing one dominant trait and one recessive trait. See the wrinkled yellow, small RR is there, capital YY is there. So, one is the small RR is the recessive trait, capital YY is the dominant trait. So, 3 with one dominant trait and another one is the recessive trait. Likewise, see the round green seeds. Here also one dominant trait, one recessive trait, capital RR and small YY. Okay. So that is the another type of a plant. The last one, both of them are recessive. What is that one? Small RR and small YY. So this is the 4 different types of plants which are produced at the end of the F2 generation of dihybrid crosses. Then the second one, what they are given that one? Different combination, 2 different combinations are produced, newly formed combination. What is a newly formed combination? Wrinkled is the recessive character, yellow is the dominant character. So, wrinkled yellow is what is that one? Newly formed recombination. Round green, what is that one? This is the newly formed recombination. That is the advantage of dihybrid cross. That means when you are crossing 2 pairs of contrasting character, we will get 4 types of plants. That cross is known as dihybrid cross. Dear students, I hope have you all understood Mendel's interpretation on monohybrid cross and what is dihybrid cross and observation of dihybrid cross by Mendel. Up to this, I conclude my video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.